We look to the stars and wonder if we're alone in the universe. But the truth is, we share our planet with an alien world right here on Earth. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet's surface, yet humans have explored less than 5% of it. Down in the crushing depths, where no sunlight has reached for millions of years, evolution has gone off the rails. From biological nightmares to unexplained phenomena, the abyss is hiding secrets we were never meant to find. Welcome to Top Fact Discoveries. Today, we're descending into the dark to uncover the 10 most terrifying things found in the deep ocean. 10. The Bigfin Squid. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a creature that looks like a glitch in the Matrix, the Bigfin Squid, also known as Magna Pinna. First caught on camera by oil rig submersibles in the Gulf of Mexico, this ghostly cephalopod dwells over 8,000 feet below the surface. Unlike normal squids, the bigfin has massive wing-like fins and tentacles that bend at a harsh 90-degree angle, trailing beneath it for up to 26 feet. It doesn't swim like a normal animal, it just floats in the pitch black like a marionette with its strings cut. Scientists believe it drags these impossibly long, sticky appendages along the seafloor to blindly trap its prey. It is the ultimate deep-sea Slender Man. At number 9, we have the Goblin Shark. Forget the great white, this is the stuff of nightmares. Often called a living fossil, this species has been lurking in the ocean for over 125 million years. It has a fleshy, sword-like snout used to detect the faint electrical signals of fish hiding in the mud. But the most terrifying thing about the goblin shark is how it eats. When prey gets close, the shark's entire jaw physically detaches and shoots out of its mouth to snatch the victim. Paired with its translucent, pale pink skin that lets you see its blood vessels, this is one ancient monster you do not want to cross. Number 8 isn't an animal, but a deadly underwater trap. In 2014, scientists exploring the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico found something impossible, a lake under the ocean. Dubbed the Jacuzzi of Despair, this massive pool is filled with water so densely packed with salt and toxic methane that it doesn't mix with the ocean water above it. The water inside this crater is heavily lacking in oxygen and is extremely toxic. Any creature unlucky enough to wander into it, like crabs or deep-sea fish, suffocates and dies almost instantly. The shoreline of this underwater lake is literally littered with the perfectly preserved corpses of those who entered and never left. At number 7, giant isopods. At number 7, imagine a harmless little pill bug you find in your garden. Now imagine it mutated to the size of a small dog and living 2,000 feet underwater. Meet the giant isopod. Because of a phenomenon called deep-sea gigantism, where invertebrates grow to massive sizes to survive the extreme cold and pressure, these armored bugs can reach over 2.5 feet in length. They are the cleanup crew of the abyss, swarming the carcasses of dead whales and sharks that fall from the surface. With 14 legs, reflective eyes, and 4 sets of jaws designed to tear through flesh, they are a terrifying reminder of what it takes to survive in the dark. 6. The Bloop Mystery. Number 6 brings us to a terrifying sound. In 1997, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration picked up an ultra-low-frequency underwater sound on hydrophones placed across the Pacific Ocean. The sound, which scientists named the Bloop, was so loud that it was heard on sensors over 3,000 miles apart. For years, marine biologists were baffled. The audio profile matched that of a living marine animal, but to create a sound that loud, the creature would have to be several times larger than a blue whale, the largest known animal on Earth. While scientists eventually concluded it was likely the sound of a massive ice shelf cracking in Antarctica, the terrifying thought of a leviathan-sized creature hiding in the deep had the world holding its breath for over a decade. Number 5. The Black Dragonfish. Creeping in at number 5 is the Black Dragonfish. Living up to 6,000 feet deep, this fish looks like it swam straight out of a horror movie. Its teeth are so massive that it physically cannot close its own mouth. Because there is no sunlight at these depths, the dragonfish creates its own light through bioluminescence. But here's the scary part. While most deep-sea creatures use blue or green light, the dragonfish can produce and see red light. In the deep sea, red light is completely invisible to almost all other animals. This means the dragonfish essentially uses night vision sniper goggles, illuminating its prey with a red spotlight while remaining completely invisible itself. Number 4. Zombie worms, or Osedax. Number 4 takes us to a macabre deep-sea feast. When a whale dies, its massive body sinks to the bottom, creating a whale fall. Enter the Osedax, horrifyingly known as the zombie worm. These worms have no mouth and no stomach. Instead, they secrete a potent acid from their skin that melts solid bone. They drill deep into the skeletons of dead marine mammals, using symbiotic bacteria to digest the fats and oils hidden inside the bone marrow. If finding a graveyard of melted bones at the bottom of the sea wasn't creepy enough, scientists discovered that the microscopic males of the species actually live inside the bodies of the females. Number 3. The Ice Finger of Death. At number 3, we have a deadly weather event that happens underwater, the Brinicle, also known as the Ice Finger of Death. Occurring in the freezing waters of the Antarctic, a Brinicle forms when ultra-cold, super salty water leaks out of the sea ice above. Because this brine is denser than regular seawater, it sinks, freezing the warmer water around it into a hollow tube of ice. Like a slow-moving icy tornado, it descends toward the seafloor. Once it touches down, a web of ice instantly spreads across the bottom, freezing everything in its path, including starfish and urchins, trapping them alive in an icy tomb.
Taking the number 2 spot is the real-life Kraken. We've all heard of the giant squid, but the colossal squid is heavier, thicker, and far more dangerous. Weighing up to 1,600 pounds, this massive predator roams the deep waters surrounding Antarctica. It has the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, the size of dinner plates, designed to spot the faint glowing silhouettes of prey in the dark. But the scariest part? Unlike normal squids that only have suction cups, the tentacles of a colossal squid are lined with swiveling, razor-sharp hooks meant to tear chunks of flesh out of sperm whales. The deep sea is a constant, brutal war zone, and this squid is its apex gladiator. And finally, number 1. It isn't a monster with massive teeth or a toxic underwater lake. It is something far more chilling. In 2019, an explorer named Victor Vescovo descended 35,853 feet to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on planet Earth. The pressure down there is equivalent to having 50 jumbo jets stacked on top of you. He expected to find untouched biology, completely disconnected from human society. Instead, lying in the dirt at the deepest, most inaccessible point in the world was a plastic shopping bag. It is a terrifying realization. Long before we have even discovered the creatures that live in the abyss, our trash has already beaten us there. It's a haunting reminder of the impact humanity has on every corner of this planet. Which of these deep-sea discoveries creeped you out the most? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Bigfin squid or the Jacuzzi of Despair. If you enjoyed diving into the unknown with us today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Top Fact Discoveries, and ring the bell so you never miss out on the world's most mind-blowing facts. Until next time, keep exploring.